Hi there. Do you frequent this place? Hopefully you don't mind me taking a seat next to you. I'm new in town, though the patches on the armor should be able to say that much. I think the only reason I haven't been thrown out is just because this is apostate territory. Well, anyhow, how was this place called? The Wobbly Noggin, Ben? I'm just trying to keep my ear out for all the news. Then, despite being part of the Inquisition, I still have to make my own gold. So it's good to keep an ear out for jobs and opportunities and such. Oh yes. I did hear that the Wobbly Noggin actually had its name already. Mostly due to the fact that, people would walk out of here drunk. I suppose it's only suiting that a giant god's skull is embedded into the building now. I did check, and shockingly, that room within the skull doesn't actually cost a whole lot. Though, it will if I continue to stay multiple nights in a row. And I might need to soon enough. I doubt I'll be getting a house anytime soon. There's one for sale. Oh, good. And how much is it? That's not a lot, actually. Down south through the swamp. I mean, I've already seen my fair share of danger as an Inquisitor. I suppose hiking through the swamp and avoiding the goblins shouldn't be too much of an ask. The furnishings? Oh. There's the rub then. The furnishings are what cost a lot. So it's just an empty, abandoned house that is cheap, but actually making it into a home is what's going to drain the wallet. Understood. Great. By the way, what's your name? Gotcha. I'm Confessor 17, but, that's just my Inquisition name. Legally, they have to call me that, but I don't think you do, so... I mean, if you do, I don't really care. But in the meantime, you can just call me Corvée. Pleasure. I used to be part of a noble house. It's not as glamorous as it might sound, but I mostly buried my nose into books and whatnot. However, I one day buried my nose into the wrong book. And what I did was considered heretical to the Inquisition. An ironic use of wording, if you'll forgive me, but I wanted to study the gods and their power. And of course that was a little suspicious without a warrant or any sort of paperwork done, so they ended up hauling me into a prison cell. Though eventually I was drafted for duty, so they pulled me out of the cell, and I went from Prisoner 17 to Confessor 17. Fun times. Listen, if you ever get interested in the whole dead god thing, either get the paperwork, which they'll probably reject, or make sure you're hiding it really well. At the moment, I'm looking for someone named Vel Coloss. She's an outlaw, and part of my prison term is making sure that she is captured and defeated. I don't know exactly what she plans, but apparently it's going to turn the entire floating lands and even the underlands as we know it upside down. And from what I hear, the Underlands could really not use with another shakeup. It's bad enough down there. In the meantime, how about I buy you a drink? 2 ales, please. Here's the coin. Thank you. So, do you live in town, or anything else bringing you here? Ah, I see. Well, it's always nice to meet a local. So far, Hollowtown is the most normal place I've come across. I come from up north, so the town over there was fine, but they had their own strange problems that I at least tried to pitch in and help with. I wanted to come here with at least a reasonable amount of gold in my pouch. Oh, thank you. Well, cheers to you. The ale is actually much better up here. I figured it'd be worse than up north, but oh well. I never really considered myself an ale person before all of this mess. Vel Coloss has been, well, rather ruthless in her pursuit of whatever it is she's after, really. At the moment, I've not the clearance to know everything about the mission, despite the fact that I'm the agent they're sending out to apprehend her. And last I saw her, we were about to face off in battle before she escaped on her airship, which is something I don't have, which is something I will need to purchase myself. Yeah, the Inquisition isn't exactly a fun place to work for. I don't need to be patriotic to get the job done. That's all I'll say. Vel Coloss is at least an interesting person to learn about and study, but so far, I haven't pinned down her motivation. It's been rough. Hopefully Hollowtown can give me more answers. Any advice for a newcomer in the town? Watch out for outlaws. Yeesh. Here I was thinking that the apostate union had actually, stamped down all of that. Not that I really care one way or another, so long as neither side decides to put a blade up to my throat. I'll keep an eye out for the outlaws. Over there in that castle. A plague? Sheesh. I'll be sure to pack a mask before I go investigating. I could see to the west there was a massive spiraling castle place. I suppose that would be the Endless Kingdom. I actually ran into one of the Endless. Not being able to die is a fascinating quandary, I suppose. It's part torture, though some view it as fun, and one of them was really eyeing me less like a person and more like an appetizer. Thankfully, I don't think I have enough meat on my bones to tempt them further. I know a little bit about the Endless. Just enough. I know that they were searching for immortality, or at least their king was, if I'm remembering right. They found it, though that immortality comes at a price. Their bodies still decay. They must eat flesh in order to keep sane and stable. And they almost tried to go to war with the living just to sustain themselves. Though that changed when they discovered how to create flesh farms. Giant lumps of meat and skin that they can consume ethically. Though it still sounds disgusting to me. Honestly, if I had the choice between eating a person and eating a lab-grown slob of meat, I think I might honestly take the person. I have no interest in becoming endless myself. You can trust me on that. Ugh. I have had to fight one before, and I don't think you can kill them. I mean, you can cut them apart. You can even dice them into tiny pieces like an onion. But killing them? No. They'll still live. They'll still feel. Not a fate I want to find for myself. I don't look forward to dying, especially if this adventure is the catalyst for that, but I certainly don't want that alternative. I would ask if Vel Coloss has been through here, but I think she would have stirred up much more of a ruckus. Interesting. Well, I suppose at least people have seen her passing through. I really want to know what she's up to. I hear that some sympathize with her, and I imagine if she has an entire mercenary band behind her, then she has to have something going for her. I wish I knew what. I'm just speculating to myself. Apologies. How has the Clockwork Kingdom been? Shitty as ever. Got it. I really hadn't expected much. I never really liked the idea of a ruler of a kingdom being just a machine that uses some sort of algorithm to determine what happens. Not a fun time. The living can be tyrants, but at least they're manageable. You know what to expect from a person. A machine, though. They could just up and decide that the worst thing is the best for you, so I'd rather not follow that logic. You know, you seem well-traveled for someone who is a local here. Apologies if it's not my place to say. I just, noticed that you're very worldly. You know a decent bit about the Clockwork Kingdom and its recent going-ons, and, the Endless Kingdom. Not that I wish to be accusatory, but let's cut to the chase. I know who you are. I know you used to work for Vel Coloss. And I know a little bit more about her than I've been leading on. Easy. No need to cause a ruckus. I'm not here to stop you or hurt you. The fact is that the Inquisition sent me here to recruit you. But I want a little more than that, and I'm willing to do a few favors. Okay. Just... I know Vela. At least seeks godhood. The return of the gods we've slain. I know that she wants to bring about a brighter future, Can you tell me everything you know? And together we'll find her. We'll either stop her, or maybe the Inquisition could do with a kick in the pants. What do you say? Shall we partner up for this one? Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this audio, and if you did, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, everything helps. This is inspired by the game Dread Delusion, and indeed takes place within that game, and I wanted to just make something that was just based off of it because I really enjoyed the game and adored every minute that I had with it. It is genuinely one of, if not the best game I played last year, and I highly recommend checking it out. It was wonderful from start to finish, and I feel like if you enjoy RPGs and just really creative and weird worlds, then it's the game for you. But anyways, yeah, that's it for now. Thank you for listening this far, and I want to give a special thanks to the following patrons and YouTube members on the Captain and higher tiers, including Ravioli Senpai, Jenga Power, Jamie, Tonya Myrick, Jimma, Rachel Brooks, and Crowned Creature. Anyways, that's all for now. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you later. Peace.